Welcome everybody to the HolloTalk Podcast. This is Jetpack Nik, and I'm here with a very special guest today, my homegirl, Ms. JP Harris. Say what's up to people.
Hey, hey, hey.
How you doing?
I am doing awesome. I am doing absolutely awesome. And yourself?
I'm cool. I'm cool. I got a superstar on the HolloTalk Podcast. I can't be
Mm,
doing better than I already am. So
Man, you looking in the mirror. You looking in the mirror. Man.
oh
Yeah,
man,
I'm happy to
Uh,
be here though. This
for
is
sure,
exciting.
for sure. I'm excited to
Yes.
have you. You ready to get right into it?
You ain't said nothing but a word.
All right, let's get to it. So, for the people who don't know who you are, can you please let them know who you are, what you're about, and what you do?
All right. So my name is JP, as you know. I am a wife, a mother. I'm a homeschool teacher. And right now, in this current time and season, my family and I are actually traveling from the West Coast all around the USA so that we could see and actually have experiences right here in America on US soil. Because in the future, we plan on moving on out and expanding to visiting other countries.
Mm-hmm.
One of the top ones that's on my list is Thailand, but that's pretty much what Mama did or is doing. So yes, that is what I do right now.
For sure. So I feel like I gotta give the people like a little bit of backstory. Like so just one of these crazy travel stories, me and JP happened to be doing the same thing at the same time, which was traveling across the country. And we happened to meet in, a hotel area, a hotel lobby. And we just
A
happened to
hotel
chop it up
lobby.
and have a really really wonderful conversation. The energy was perfect. It was infectious, and it led us to being on the Hotel podcast today. So it's just funny how some of those small moments happen to just have really really big impact on your life, and you never know where those moments come from. They just kind of happen. Who knew we was gonna meet at that hotel in that hotel lobby that day? So, you know, shouts out to you
True,
and shouts out to
true.
the Lord up above.
Yes, yes, because God will put people in your path that you need to meet at that time. So, if you don't believe me, check your Bible. Nah.
That's a fact.
Pun intended, check your Bible.
So let me ask you. So with the whole traveling thing, right? You do a lot of traveling, right?
Yes, yes, we do. We do a lot of traveling. If you want me to expand,
No, so I was about to ask. So I know, but the people don't know. So can you explain like the little items that you carry around while you travel?
oh, okay. So I don't have the food group with me, but if you check out these glasses, you see
They
eggs
are
and toast on the
fun.
glasses. If I call my little one in, she got peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
So that is something that we do, but we actually have little stuffies that we carry with us. And you have each stuffy represents one of the persons in our family. So you got Eggsy, that's me, hence the eggs and toast. She is eggs and toast. That's one of my favorite things is breakfast. I will spend 3 hours if I have to making my breakfast because it is just one of them things that I like. I enjoy my breakfast.
Mhm.
And my husband, he's peanut or peanut butter because you will always find a bag of peanuts somewhere around this man. You will find peanuts because that is just one of the things he loves. And then my oldest, she is 12 and
Mhm.
hers is Bubbles. And the reason Bubbles is she's boba. She's a little stuffy about that big and she's
Yeah.
boba with a little straw. And
Mhm.
then, of course, last but not least is my youngest, and she's Jelly. And her favorite thing to eat in this world, if I be like, if I went there right now, like, you want a peanut butter jelly? She's like, yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Please.
It got, yes, yes. And real sidebar, real quick, I love to cook, hence
Mhm.
everything is to food. But
Mhm.
I learned how to make, or I taught myself how to make some healthy jelly because she
Okay.
did love jelly that much. So if y'all keep listening, I can give y'all
Oh yeah, I was about to
that
say, let the
recipe.
people know how to make a healthy jelly. We
Healthy jelly.
healthy growth.
Okay, so real quick, if you want to make healthy jelly, the quickest and best way to do it is you just do 16 ounces of your favorite fruit. Usually a berry is the best. She likes strawberries, she likes blueberries, but we'll do the
Mhm.
strawberries. Get you either fresh or frozen go ahead and put those on a pot, render it down, let it cook till it bubbles. Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and throw in some maple syrup. I like all natural, so get some real. I'm not talking ancient mama. I'm talking real maple syrup from like Vermont or Canada, and then put about 2 tablespoons of that in there until it's sweet where you like it. And then last but not least, add some chia seeds, and I mean about 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And to be honest, it once it starts to ferment together and you let that sit and cool, it turns right into pretty much jelly. And sometimes people don't like them chia seeds, the grain, but
Mm-hmm.
it tastes just like the seeds from a strawberry. Yes, strawberry has seeds, people. But I mean, it's one of the best jellies out there, and it's literally 3 ingredients. So that's basically how I make healthy jelly, and then we get all natural peanut butter. So hit that on that multi-grain bread, and she golden.
Yeah.
So yes, sir. That's one of the things Mama like.
So I'm a businessman, and
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
I'm just thinking, a little light bulb went off on top of my head.
Hmm.
I think it might be a marketplace for healthy jelly if you want to,
Yeah.
like they say, put it in a jar and sell it. So,
You know what? I could see that in the near future
you know,
because
just a little sprinkle,
it's
sprinkle for your spirit.
I'm receiving that. I'm receiving it. I can feel it, fermenting all over. But
Yeah,
yes, yes, that's a great idea. That is definitely a great idea. I have to write that down
for sure. Yeah, we got
to
we
start
got we,
sliding.
we got to take the food group international.
Yes, yes, because they definitely, man, that food group. So we put them. Speaking going back to the food group, we put them in different places. We put them in your arms, of course.
Yeah,
Um,
we got a picture of it too. I'm gonna have to show y'all the picture. With the
Man, the
food
food
group
group.
in my arms. Shouts out to the food group if you're listening.
They're in the car like, turn it up, mommy's on now. But yeah, we take them with us. We put them in just different things that we would do. I got pictures of them in most of the different resorts or the hotels or the different places that we go. They might even be up on the dashboard in the car, right in front of the New York sign, trying to
hmm
get that shot while we floating through. So yeah, the food group. That's the food group. I'm glad
What,
you asked.
for sure. Listen. You want a HolloTalk podcast? We got to talk about the food group. Come on now.
That is
Come
true.
on.
Wait,
Come on now.
and we're gonna put a pause right here. Question:
Talk to me.
What is your favorite? Are you breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I'm I'm probably a breakfast man. I'm probably a
Okay.
breakfast
Okay.
man for sure. I think breakfast for me kind of just like it just starts off the day, and you can eat it whenever. Not to say you can't eat lunch or dinner whenever, but like breakfast kind of has like that distinction for you to be able to eat it. Breakfast time, lunchtime, brunch time, dinner time, midnight snack, past midnight. Like you could do the whole thing with breakfast. You know what I mean? So
That's
you know
true.
breakfast has a certain versatility. That's a word that we was talking about. Off the record. Breakfast has a
Hmm.
certain type of versatility that the other. You know, they don't really got versatility like that. They cool for a situation or a moment, something like that, but it don't hit the same at a different time. Breakfast
That's
might
right.
hit better than it do during breakfast time. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right.
one of
Right.
them things.
The funny thing is, because I remember, off the record before we got here, one of the things that you said is you was touring to see who had the best chicken and
Oh
waffles.
yeah, for sure, for sure, without
Do you
question.
know how chicken and waffles even started?
I
Boop, boop,
I'm going to
boop,
say no.
boop,
I'm
boop,
going to say
boop,
no.
boop, 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 boop. Would you like that
Yeah,
educational history
I'm
tip?
I'm phoning a friend.
Hello.
Talk to me.
Yes, I'm here. Here we go. Nah. Okay, so real quick, it actually, if I'm not mistaken, it started right here in the Harlem area because they had the club, and I think it's the Cotton Club. What was
Cotton
that? Is that
Club.
is it the
Cotton
Cotton Club
Club.
that started?
Mhm.
What had happened was back in the day you had clubs that would start, black people had their own clubs at that time. So
Mhm.
what would happen, they go and they be clubbing in about 5 6 in the morning when that club would be done, even 4 a.m. They be like, well, I still want some dinner because I'm hungry, but I also want some breakfast because I'm hungry. And
Right.
so that's where those two kind of came together. So they made chicken. Fried chicken was to represent nighttime, but
Hmm.
waffles was supposed to represent morning. So that's really how it originated. Like chicken and waffles, actually, that's how it all kind of got started. Back in the day, they would come together and have that chicken and waffles. And I got
Oh,
a question, part two of that. When you eat your chicken and waffles, do you put the syrup on the chicken?
you know, I this what I'm going to say. Not on purpose. Not on purpose.
Oh.
Like, of course it happens, like a hodgepodge, like once you eating your chicken and your waffles, it kind of get on a little bit or whatever. But I'm not a drizzler of syrup on my
Oh.
chicken. That's not my vibe. I feel like
Mhm.
the chicken should be its own performer,
You
and the
segregate, my
waffle
nigga.
should be
You
its own
segregate.
performer. I, you know what? See, don't get me started on that, because kind of get canceled.
See. Oh
Yep.
man.
Hey,
See,
man. Of
okay. So us LA people, if y'all know it, y'all know it. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. Did you ever get to
course.
eat there?
I've ate at Roscoe's one time. I had the I believe it's the Obama special. That's what it is. I think
Okay.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's what
Yes.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I had that, and it was pretty good. So I was able to say, all right, yeah, I ate here before. I got to try it out, and it was pretty good. It's not the best one I've had, but it's pretty good though. It's worth whatever hype people give, the establishment.
That makes sense. That
You
makes
know,
sense.
yeah. The
Okay.
the the, the best one I probably had, like or like the most recent one that I had that was really really good was Fixins. Fixins. So Fixins is
Okay.
is a
That's
couple of
LA.
different. No, so isn't actually Fixins might have a LA branch, but is the one I tried was in Sac. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's ran by Kevin Johnson, former NBA player.
Okay.
Yeah, so they got an establishment out in Sac or whatever, and when I tell you,
Yeah.
Fixins is hitting, Fixins
Smacking
is
mamas.
hitting,
We smacking
smacking my.
mamas.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Fixins is hitting, and another one too. I'm gonna give a shout out to is Lolo's. So they
Okay.
so they got Lolo's out in Las Vegas and also Arizona. Those are the two establishments that I tried it at. But Lolo's
Hmm.
Chicken and Waffles is another one where the line will be out the door depending on which one you go to.
Wow, that
Yeah,
just sounds like all kinds of goodness.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man,
So
that
I
just
contrary to popular belief, I like to eat really, I like to eat good food. I do. Because I'm
yes,
skinny, so
yes. We putting it down though. Us thick people get the wrong. We be sitting here. No, can I have another salad? Y'all be sitting here. Bring me my next course.
You feel me?
But we get the bad name. Nah, sugar. Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Uh, Now I will tell you, yes. When I eat chicken and waffles, the syrup has to go over it both.
on,
It's gotta
on on
blend.
top of the
Oh
chicken.
yeah, sticky. Come on, knife and fork, because I'm
Yeah,
not
but
getting.
see, because
Don't like to get my
I
hands
eat with
dirty.
my hands with the chicken, so I
Mm.
don't be wanting to be all sticky on my hands with the syrup from the chicken. I'll be like, that's not, that's not working for me. You know what I'm saying?
This is not working.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
dog.
gotta get up, wash your hands, like you can't use a napkin because then the napkin all you know what I
Stick to the
mean? Yeah,
hand. Yeah,
it,
man.
it's too much nonsense.
I feel you. You know how hard it worked for that maple syrup, dude. Man, I actually been in Canada and went to see where they tap the trees and everything. I
Yeah.
have literally watched the whole process because maple syrup is one of my favorite things, and
Okay.
Canada does it right. There's like three different types. Like that's a whole nother podcast. We could talk all the day about syrup and its wonderful benefits. But yeah, man, I do love maple syrup. Jelly and maple syrup are two of my favorite things.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I do want to ask about the traveling thing. So like I personally know that you travel a lot. So
Mm,
can you tell the people like who might not know or might not got a chance to travel, like what the importance is or how important it is to travel to different places and see the rest of the world?
I sure can. And I'm gonna do it in this way. One of the things that people that do not travel yet have to understand is if you only see your 4 blocks and you only see your area, then your brain will stay within those 4 blocks in your area. But when you travel, and you get to see how Jose does it versus how Shaquila does it versus how somebody over here does it. It just expands the mind. And so that's one of the reasons why my husband and I was like, we already had homeschooling under our belt for about a
Hmm.
year. And I love to travel. My husband loves to travel. He's, like I said, he's a veteran.
Right,
So
right.
he's had to travel, but he loves to travel.
Hmm.
And just getting out of your comfort zone and seeing somebody doing something differently that you would have never thought. And guess what? It can work too. Like
Hell
it
yeah.
just, I think traveling has just opened my mind to seeing things differently, living differently. One of the things that we have noticed with just traveling is purging. Like, even we had a big 5 bedroom out in Cali, and like, we was like, are we willing to sell
Hmm.
all of this to do what we love? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because because it's paradise for us because we are watching our kids' brain expand,
Hmm.
seeing the smells, the sounds of New York right now, seeing the sounds and the smells and how things are in Canada, how they talk, how they move, how it looks like, what it feels like, what it's like to take the trains. And we
Hmm.
we don't take the normal beaten path. We are trying to make sure that they get understanding. So I would literally give my daughter like, okay, get me up to Dundas, get me over here to get me down to Battery Park, tell me how to get there. Here's the map.
Oh
Putting
shit,
those.
that's cool. That's cool.
So, like, not only just learning what they teach you in those 4 walls at school, yeah, that's cool and everything, but once you get out of them 4 walls, what you gonna do if you
Right.
if you never experienced anything but just those 4 walls? And I think a lot of kids today are coming out and they're lost. I've seen a lot of kids even go up to the university level and be like, okay, so now what do I do? Because these last 21 years, somebody
Mhm.
has told me what to do. It's hard for them to even think outside of that 4 wall. So get out there and travel. I used to be a travel agent too. Oh my God. Like, it's not as expensive as people think it is. It really isn't. And it is, and one thing I will say, it is not as dangerous as you think it is either. I'm
Okay.
not saying be a female
How
meat
so?
lover.
How so?
Uh, I feel more danger in US soil than I do on foreign soil.
Okay.
And when I say that, like, I think what changed my idea and my mindset was my husband was, we'll just say, for lack of your safety, he worked for the government, and
Got you. Got you. Got
we
you.
lived in Canada. And this is at a time when we were about to get married, and so
Hmm.
he moved up there, and I was ready. I went on the move after we got married on up there, and like being out at 11 o'clock at night in downtown Toronto, which is the
Hmm.
largest metropolitan up there, and we were seeing people walking their babies at 11 o'clock at night, just down the road, just as happy go lucky. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's 11 o'clock at night, and they got the
Yeah.
kids out here, pushing them in the stroller. There's no crime like that. It was really safe. I would go to different places, Tim Hortons. Whoop, whoop. If you don't know who Tim Hortons is,
Mhm.
go to Canada or some of your, we call them snowbirds places. But yeah, you familiar with Tim Hortons?
I know a little bit. I'm not an
Okay.
expert. I know what you're talking about
Okay, okay. Drake, you heard me. Um
though.
but yeah, just be it Tim Hortons, get my hot chocolate, and lady just leaves the purse and the, right there to go to the bathroom. It's
Mhm.
right there. And I'm like, she just gonna leave. You know what I mean? But when you don't
Right.
have that facade of crime, you can let your hair down. and you
Mm-hmm.
can take your hat off and feel like, I can relax and breathe. You feel me? And so I just feel safer out the country than I feel more in the country.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I mean, because and the reason I wanted you to expand upon that is because that is like a connotation for a lot of people, especially women, where it's like travel by myself. No, I'm cool. That's how you get
Right?
snatched. You ain't see Taken?
See, man, there's some good movies about that too. It is
It
some good
is.
movies, but uh, you got to be cognitive. Like,
Mhm.
let's not go into what we call the hood or
Right,
whatever when you're out traveling and
right,
take something from the guy that you never seen in your life. Like, yeah, I'll put that in my bag. Let's not travel abroad and let's keep our head on the swivel, but you know where you at all times. But
for sure.
yeah, yeah. But traveling, man, oh my God, it changes your mindset. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we have to do. The first thing you have to do, whether it's a wealth mindset, whether it's a
Mhm,
healthier wealth mindset, is change the mindset. So yeah, putting yourself out there, go ahead and travel. Get out there and see how beautiful these countries really are.
mhm. No, that's a fact. Yeah, because like even for me, like you know, I would say I've traveled a lot, but I traveled a lot as a child, so
Mm,
I didn't really get to like experience the way I'm experiencing it now. Like now over like the last 2 or 3 years, I've traveled like more frequently. I got to
right,
see a lot of different places. That I didn't see prior to that, or if I did see them, I was a kid, so it didn't hit the same way. But
right.
for me, being able to travel to a lot of different places and see different people and the whole nine, it was enlightening for me to be able to see, okay, I can come from this place or that place and go here and there and still have like a really good impact, or
Mhm.
people be like, "Oh, okay, like I want to know more about this person, or I want to know more about that guy." And oh, I wonder how y'all do things here, and just being able to take all of that in and say, "Oh, I can like make it here." Like like this isn't far fetched for me to go to this place and like be able to plant my feet and make an impact, kinda.
Mm,
Like I told you, I was living in a different city, and I was able to like make a really good impact very very quickly with people who I would have not normally thought like, oh, I can like connect with this person and build a relationship, and like
man, that's
that can
right.
turn into opportunity. Oh, okay, I should travel more.
Now, now I gotta ask you a question, Dave.
What's up?
What, where have you been within the last 2 or 3 years that's out the country?
Out the country?
Hmm.
So I went out the country for the first time to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, which
Yeah.
part?
We were in where were we? Where were we? Uh
Puerto
I
Plata,
I don't remember offhand,
Punta
but I
Cana.
went I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I don't think it was Punta Cana. It might have been.
Oh,
It might have been Punta Cana actually. Let's
I was
let,
gonna
let,
say because that's a big tourist place.
let's just say Punta Cana. But
Okay.
but I had went for my brother's wedding. Shout out to my brother. Congratulations on being married, my man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so we had went out there for him. So like obviously the whole family went, and we was able to go hang out for a couple weeks, and just enjoy. And it was really really cool. So I had to go get that passport. They put that stamp in my passport. They was like, yeah, you good to go. And it's like go through the customs joint. I was like, oh, okay, all right. I'm kind of fancy a little bit. I'm kind of fancy.
Did they have your name at the front? Like, did they have
Yeah,
you
yeah, and yeah, they got your name and all that, and you
feeling
hop
like you money?
in taxis. Yeah, be like, all right, okay, cool. This is kind of nice. I could get used to this a little bit. you know.
Man.
Yeah, so that was the only place I've ever been to out of the country, but I do plan on going to plenty more places out the country. Um, I think number one on my list is Brazil. So
Oh,
yeah, I wanna go to
okay.
Brazil for sure. Yeah, for
All
sure.
right.
You know,
Well,
that's
let's
that's amazing for me.
that's slick though. That's slick, man. That's man, yeah.
You
Okay.
ever been?
Let's I haven't been to Brazil, but I've been to Dominican many times. My sister actually lives down there now. Um, we actually went as our second honeymoon to yeah, second honeymoon. How about that, ladies? I got a great one here. Uh,
For
so we
sure.
went to Dominican, Puerto Plata, and
Mhm,
we stayed down. You haven't been. Man, when you get there, it's a whole nother world. Shout out to
mhm.
my Dominicans. Let me hit that the merengue, get them arms going in that bachata. Like give me a bowl of some sancocho.
Yeah.
That's
Party no
soup.
flower, you feel me? Party no flower.
Man, it was funny though. I gotta tell you this quick little story.
Go
I was
ahead.
down there, and as I say, I'm a dance instructor, and
Mhm,
so merengue and bachata are both originated from Dominican Republic,
mhm,
and so I'm down there and I teach bachata and merengue in my class many times, so I know it pretty well, right?
mhm.
So you go. We're at the resort. They're like, "Oh, sister, come on up here. Come dance, come dance. Let me teach you how to do bachata." And I'm like, "Oh, you have to teach me, okay?"
You ain't gotta teach
Um,
me nothing.
okay, right. So I was like, "Okay." So the girl gets up there and she shows us like a 1, 2, and boom,
Mhm,
1, 2, 3, and boom, right? So I'm like, "Okay." So I'm doing it, no problem.
mhm.
And so I'm getting the steps quick, of course, because I know how to do it. And so then
Right.
I had to turn off that West Coast came out. I had to do a little spin. So he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," So I ended up not having a partner because it was a lot of couples up there already. And my
Mhm.
husband was
Right.
like, "I'm gonna watch you," because that's
Yeah.
not his thing. I'm gonna watch you. So we up there, and all of a sudden, um, sorry, computer. There
Oh,
we
no.
go. Sorry,
No,
y'all.
no.
So we up there, and the guy's like, "Let me hand you a mic." Okay, now my undergrad is mass communication, so put me on a
Mhm.
mic and I'm happy because I'm home when I'm in front of a mic. People don't scare me, but I might scare them. Uh,
God.
I get on the mic and I'm sitting. He's like, "Give me the mic back because I'm about to lose my job if you keep it." So I'm sitting here, I'm dancing bachata with them,
Mhm,
and talking on the mic. So it was just one of the funnest things being there and just just seeing that was probably our first trip out of the country
mhm.
was Dominican. So
Okay.
that's why I'm like Dominican always will have that heart. And like I said, my sister's down there. Shout out to Dr. Yolande Harris.
Shouts out to
Uh,
Sid.
sh- man, she's two man. Yeah, that's my big sister. She's a twin
Oh,
too.
big sis. Oh,
So,
all right. My fault. I'm gonna put some respect
oh yeah.
on her rank. Big sis. My bad. Big
Yes, big
sis.
doctor sis. So yeah. But yeah, she's down there. She fell in love. She went a few years after because I came back talking about like, man, the
Mhm.
Dominican is hot, it's tight and
Yeah.
so she's like, well, let me go check this out, right? She get down there, yeah, now she did down there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
she's
Right.
living her best life out the country. So
And she
yeah.
should for sure.
So I
So
gotta ask, when you
go
were
ahead.
there, did you try any of the foods?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, what
Of
what
course.
what like piqued your interest?
For me, I tried a lot of the pastries. I
Oh,
tried a
okay.
lot of the pastries. Um, I can't remember any of the names of anything. All I know is my plate had a lot of cakes and and
Let's bow.
whatever pastry you could think of, it was on my plate.
I know that's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Man.
I like sweets, so I was like, all right, especially if it's chocolate too. Bring it
Oh, okay.
bring it over here.
Okay. Yeah. Man, my favorite thing is some culture. It's a soup, but it's a 7 meat
Yeah,
soup.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
man, I tried that take me home. I just sit there like a little kid, like I mean, man, take me back to ooh wee. But yeah, Dominican, the DR is a beautiful place. Beautiful place.
For sure. Shouts out to Dominican Republic. So I do have a question for you, since we're talking
Yes.
about this travel thing, but I need to bring it back to something that we both love, which is music, specifically hip hop music, right?
Oh, okay.
So with all of your traveling, specifically within the United States, do
Okay.
you do you really see, like, especially now, like, do you see the difference in each region having its own sound, or do you think like now it's kind of like a cross of just each region kind of sounds the same?
Nah, they definitely have their own sound. South sounds way different to me. Even when you get to Jersey versus New York, it has a different sound to me. It's Jersey. Nah, but um man, just like that beat that you just dropped, that the
Mhm.
the the song,
Yeah.
my God, that's West Coast to me.
Gina Views, go stream that. Shouts out
Gina
to Gina Views. What's
Views.
up, Gina? What's going on? We
Hey,
need you on the
don't
HolloTalk
knock them
Podcast,
out.
or I need to pop up on y'all show. Shouts out to DJ Head.
E
What's up, y'all?
m- Man, hello, y'all. I'm representing for the West Coast. I
Oh
throw it
yeah,
up,
yeah,
you
yeah. See,
know.
I got the West Coast in the building. Come holler at me, man. Holler
Man,
at me.
yee,
Go
Pastor
stream
Gina
that
in the
Gina Views,
house.
y'all.
Man, that's awesome. But that beat, that right there, I think even Snoop Dogg might roll his head on that one. Like,
No,
yeah, I
yeah,
like
Snoop.
this,
What's
you
up?
know.
I'm on the
Um,
remix, Snoop.
because I think you could crip walk on that. I think I had to
I,
see if I could blood walk or crip walk on
you
that
know,
one. Had to
like
see.
like I like to tell y'all whenever these conversations come up, I am not gang gang. I do not gang bang.
I don't either. I do not gang bang at all, but I do know how to do the blood walk and the
I,
crip walk because I love both of them.
you feel me? Hey, it's all about community,
Yee.
right? You know, we highlight the good parts.
See? Man. But yeah, going back to your question, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I still think that there is like a different flavor and a different
Mhm,
feel. Uh East versus West, and not, I shouldn't say versus, East and West,
mhm,
South, North, and then even, and I think a lot of people tend to leave it out because shout out to Ohio.
mhm.
I was born there, not raised there, but I was born there and got
Are
my
you from
education there.
Ohio?
So yeah,
I
I'm
did
a
not
O
know that.
state. OH.
Ah,
Y'all
no,
ain't ready.
no,
Y'all ain't ready.
no, no.
Shout out.
I'm a Michigan fan, so I can't
Oh,
allow this. I can't
Salt
allow
Lex
this
in
on
the
my
car. Beep. Wait, watch it. Beep. No, I was joking.
pod.
Man, yes. OHIO is, yes,
Oh,
it's in the
I did
building.
not know that.
Yes, born in
Oh,
Columbus.
okay. This makes sense
I'm a
now.
Buckeye for real.
Ah,
In my
God,
blood.
no,
Yeah.
no. I'm looking at my
Shoot, that's
Michigan
right.
head on the wall and it's leaning to the side, like,
Oh,
get her off this podcast.
see? We can still be friends. Can we
Yeah,
all be
no, yeah,
friends?
we
Can
cool.
we
You know
all
what
be
I'm saying?
friends?
Shout out to Michigan. You know, we've been undefeated for a couple of years against Ohio State. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
You have, don't worry, that
it's
red
you
is
know,
coming.
the tides turn. Y'all was kicking our ass for a long time,
For
so
many years, many
yeah,
years,
so
many
it's,
years.
it's all good.
But yeah, what was you talking about? Because I
Yeah,
completely forgot. I got mommy brain.
we was talking about like music in its regions
Yes.
and the distinctness of the sounds in each region and how they
Mm-hmm.
compare to now, where in my estimation, like, it's like you can kind of tell still where certain music comes from, but not as much as you could back in the late
Back in the
80s,
day.
early 90s, so on and so forth, where you knew when you heard a certain song, oh, that's from such and such. Like, not so much now, but definitely then. In my estimation, I could be completely off base, but
Nah, you right on it because yeah, you could turn it on. You just knew like, oh, that's from blah 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 blah. Uh when I in going back to what I was saying about the Midwest, is like even like we shuffle. That is their thing. Like when I was in college at Wright State, shout out to Wright State University. When I was in college, I didn't know nothing about line dancing because I'm from West Coast. I know about Crips and Bloods and
mhm.
that West
Yeah,
Coast
that
bounce. You know
bop,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? That
that bop,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We smooth. If you look at it,
Mhm.
it's smooth. But when I got there, I had to learn how to line dance. And I was like, line dancing. that's our culture too. You know, I didn't know, but then when I saw it, you be like, oh, oh. And so now, to give you a phenomenal example, when I hear Boots on the Ground, shout out to him with that song. When as soon as it come on, you be like, oh, there, that's down south. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's straight up. And then like compare that to like um Kendrick Lamar and his sound. It's that's West Coast.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then, Luda, I mean, when you hear they all had a sound. And then even when it comes to like the line dancing, you have the quick Jersey is quick foot. That's what I
yeah.
call them. Quick foot. It's quicker than quick. I've learned how to do so, but that's quick, and
Shouts out to Jersey,
comp-
man.
man, shouts out to Jersey for real. Like y'all's man. And in New York, I think it's just deep. Like it has that
Yeah.
like I'm sitting on the brownstones with the
Mhm,
you know what I'm saying? It's just that
mhm.
I can't even do the face right, but that Wu Tang, I'm feeling like Wu Tang when oh yeah. So it's just great music, but it does the feel has softened and
Mhm,
it's not like softened like that, but like you don't hear it as clear. So I think
mhm.
you're absolutely right. Um, but yeah, music, man.
No,
Music can
yeah,
change your mode for
for sure. For
man.
that's why we about to talk about it because I don't know if you mentioned it, and I don't know if you want me to mention it because you didn't mention it, but
I'm scared.
you was
A DJ,
yeah,
DJ Khaled.
yeah, yeah.
DJ
Talk
Khaled, that
about
was
it.
the
Talk
name.
about it.
Yee 106.9, Dayton's right choice. This is DJ Khaled on the ones and twos. I'm right here in front of you. Hey.
Okay.
But yeah. Yes. And 106.9 is actually still there in Dayton. I was just at my alma mater about 2 weeks ago at Dayton at Rice State
In
University
Ohio.
in Ohio. And it was the call numbers was 106.9. And like I think they share the station now.
Hmm.
So, but I did go back to the studio. Uh, Sadly, nobody was there because it was a little bit,
Hmm.
I guess, after time. But
Right, right.
yeah, I had to show my kids because each one of my kids are, they have their own DJ names. You
Oh, do
got
they?
DJ L
Okay.
Boogie, and then you have DJ Squeak, and my daughter will take like, mommy, can I DJ? And I hand her my phone. And at one point, I even had like the whole system where you could,
Yeah.
read. Oh
Mhm.
man, they was in there thinking they was somebody real for a moment. So, and I taught them how to like introduce a song, how it's
Mhm.
supposed to fade in. So yes, I did used to DJ. Uh, I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Uh, just talking to everybody. One of my favorite artists. Going into that, I ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna hold that for a second. Well, who's one of your favorite R&B artists?
One of
Nah, I
my
want to
favorite
hear.
R&B
Yes,
artists,
sir. Yes, sir.
like of all time.
I mean, one that comes to mind right now for you.
uh, 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 see, I hate this question because I always got to say his name, but
Mm.
I I can't say his name because
What?
he got some baggage. Let's just say that.
Oh,
He
okay,
he
okay,
for the people who know who I'm talking about, I'm gonna say his name anyway. Uh,
okay.
R. Kelly is the greatest
Oh
R&B artist of
man.
all time
Oh
to
man.
me.
Man.
R. Kelly is the greatest R&B artist of all time. Uh, I almost wanted to say, and I don't think it's particularly close, but I felt like that might be too strong.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, like, and my like barometer of this is back when versus was going on. If R. Kelly was in a versus against whoever else that you like, that would not even be a it
No.
would have to be a mercy rule at some point,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for how bad of a beating in versus. R. Kelly will put on almost anybody ever. Almost.
He was, yeah, he's definitely a lyrical genius. He's definitely one of them lyrical geniuses out there.
Yeah. For
Yeah, he
somebody who can't
was.
read or write, how do you even do like that's even whatever. Now again, let me preface this though. Horrible person, but the music is the music. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
R. Kelly. Yeah, I'm sure many babies made on that one.
Yeah. So
I can't even.
let me ask you though, are you a person that can separate artists from the art or is it conjoined for you?
I would probably say it was probably conjoined because I
Okay.
think when you have artists like yourself and
Hmm.
R. Kelly and Maxwell and the ones that I look at, it would be like trying to separate skin off the bone. Like it's embedded, it's in you. Just like you said, the man didn't even, you talking edu just it just came. It's just there. Look at
Right.
Michael Jackson. That's it. He was young doing this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I mean, that's in the blood. So to separate Michael Jackson, who was one of my all-time favorites,
Hmm.
pun intended, uh, um, it's just, man, you can't. It's something that's in there, It's in the soul. That's why I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to hear you drop what you about to drop because I know it's gonna be fire. I
Oh
know
yeah,
it's gonna be
we gonna
fire.
we
And
we gonna talk about all that after you say
yeah,
what you're gonna say. We gonna talk about all that because I need you to give the people like your review because you are probably the first person that's going to actually give the review of what you already listened to
okay,
on the podcast. So
okay.
be nice to me, please.
Man, it ain't gonna be hard to be nice because you got some skills. You do got some skills. You're lyrical. Your lyrics are on point. Coming from a poetess, that's
Hmm.
that's me, y'all. If y'all didn't know, I actually did poetry back in the day. Not slam, but just I would say in the romantic way, poetry.
Hmm.
But
On your love, Jones, I get you.
yes, yes. I actually did visual poetry though. That's what I was known for in
Really?
college. Visual poetry. And a lot of people are not familiar with that.
Yeah,
Uh,
please explain, please.
okay. Visual poetry is more like if you said the word, for example, if you said the word float in my
Hmm.
poetry, if I had the word float somewhere, you would actually see the word float and it would look like it's floating off the page or it's floating within the poetry. So it wouldn't just be FLO. You know what I'm saying? It would actually look like it's floating. If I said down, it would be spelled down. So like not only was my poetry, it flowed, but it actually had visual concept to it too. So I
Okay.
actually was chosen out of seven in my university to read for rest in peace, Miss Nikki Giovanni. Um,
Yeah,
yes, Dr. Nikki
one
Giovanni. I
of
got to read for
the
her.
legends.
So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
boy.
See, this is why you on the podcast because you be having these stories that don't nobody know about, and they be fly.
Man. Man, well, I thank you. I thank you. But yeah, like, yes, your flow is just, yeah, yeah. And it's the versatility of the flow. It's what I say is the movement of the flow. And that's because I'm a mover. I
Yeah,
can't,
yeah,
like when I hear music, if you hear music and you can be still, I would probably look at you like,
right.
what's wrong?
For sure.
What's wrong? Free yourself. Please free yourself.
Free yourself.
Free yourself. Go ahead and let your feet do what they do. But no, it's it's yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so for the people who don't know what we're talking about my new EP that I just put out, my first musical project that I put out called Summertime in the 90s.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. It's a 5 song EP. Uh that came out a month ago, I believe now. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Please go stream it everywhere. It's out everywhere you can
please.
listen to music. Shut
That
come on, so
heist. Y'all ain't
support
ready
the
for that
oh, yeah,
heist.
yeah,
Y'all
so
not ready.
you want to talk about each individual song real quick? Like what you like
Oh,
about the songs?
I say break it down. I mean, We
Oh,
got time. Let's.
all right. Well, I'm just saying. No,
I'm checking my watch.
they don't.
Like,
They don't want to. They don't want to hear from the artist. They want to hear from the people that listen to
okay,
it.
that's right. That's right. So summertime has that feel.
That's the first
Um,
song on the EP.
that's the first song, and it's that feel of true summertime. He's telling his story, and within that story, you can feel the water. You can feel the, you feel like you should be with a swimsuit on because it's putting you right there in the front of the whole like feel of, I would say, the East Coast
Yeah.
summertime. And I mean, many of the things that you talked about, you hit it right, the nail on the head. Uh, the way the water, being out there in the streets, just having fun with your
hmm
friends, and just True. It's slick. It's slick. Y'all definitely got to go out there and listen to this summertime. I mean, granted, summer's gone, but I must still be listening to
No,
this
for sure.
song,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
gonna be one of them that you put on repeat.
hmm
Because one that I had on before was, of course, that Will Smith. I used to play that one. Um,
Shouts out to Will
it's a
Smith.
couple other ones. Yeah, shout out to Will Smith. That's a classic too. That's a
We gonna
classic too.
we gonna come back to the Will Smith conversation. So
Uh-oh, I'm
I
scared. I'm scared.
I'll take about that later. But please do continue.
Okay, so my other, let's see, I'm gonna go with my top favorites, of course. And okay, he has this one on there called The Heist. Oh my God. Like,
Nice.
okay, when I heard
That
that
might be
one,
my favorite song, actually.
that is probably the number one.
For
I
you?
think because it's so, yeah, right
Really?
now, Heist. Oh yeah, that's the
Okay.
number one for me.
Okay.
And I think it's like I said, I'm a married woman, been happily married
hmm
for over 13 years, and like that song has the whole story that most women my age are probably reading about. When the love story right there.
Oh,
That's the whole
are you
love
talking about
story right there.
higher? You talking about higher?
Higher. Did I say highest?
Higher,
I'm
higher,
sorry.
higher,
Higher.
higher,
My bad. My
higher.
bad. Higher. Forgive me for that. Forgive me. I got lost in the
Oh no,
the
no, no, you
whole
cool, you cool.
thing. My bad.
Height,
My bad.
height's hot too, but you talking
It
about higher.
is. It is high. Yes. 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 Higher. My bad. Oh, I think the H has got me off.
Yeah, yeah.
But any event, but yes, higher. Um, the song is basically a love story,
hmm
and I like a good love story. I do like. I don't like to read romance novels or nothing, but when it's put in such a smooth, like, male meets female, and just the whole, I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all, but just the whole mix, it's that old school, like, yeah, it gives you little butterflies. That higher is on point.
Okay.
um I'm trying to think another one. Shout out to you for even being that versatile to take it there,
I
and
appreciate that. Thank
just, was it Fly God?
you. Yeah, Fly Guy for President. That was the last song
Yes,
on the
that
EP.
is,
Yeah,
it is. That one is
yeah,
one of them songs you gotta listen and think about. It's not
yeah.
just something you just play. Because for me, music, it does something to the brain, it does something
hmm
to the body, it does something, it hits you on so many different senses and
The
elements
universal
in the body.
language.
Exactly. And
hmm
so, just listening to the album, and granted, he only hit us with five, but now he's got a bonus. And that
Oh
bonus
yeah,
is,
I do got the single out, Gina Views. Yeah, so
yes, Gina Views, that one too. Like, y'all, when I say if you want to listen to an album and feel like you just went to a concert and got the taste of it all, it's right there. And then once you add that Gina Views on there, it's a done data or a done deal. Because now you kind of, like I said, you got the slow, you got the rap,
hmm
you got the I'm chilling, and
hmm
you just got, not only is the music versatile, but the actual feel is versatile.
yeah.
So that's why I'm like, hey, keep going, keep going. I definitely want to hear more. Um, yeah, I definitely want to hear more.
No, I appreciate that.
Moving forward.
I'll just say this while I got you on. This means a whole lot coming from you, especially knowing how much I know you know about music, specifically hip hop. So this means a lot to hear this from you for sure. So
Yay.
Thank you for
You're
that.
welcome. You're welcome. You artist. You are an artist. So
Yeah.
yes, yes, you're definitely welcome. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more albums. I have this one already right there in my faves.
All right.
Um, and it also depends, like I said, it depends on where I'm at mentally, which one I'm listening to. Am I coming like a fly guy? Am I coming,
Mhm.
am I coming higher? you know, am I coming summertime chill? Or if I'm coming rough, nah, but
Mm,
um, yeah, no, no. Music is on point. Music's definitely on point.
I appreciate
What's
that.
your favorite? Which one did you have the most fun making?
The one I had the most fun making?
Mm,
Mm, mm, okay, I'll tell you, Higher was the least fun. I'll tell you that. Higher was the
how
least
dare
fun.
you?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because Higher, it it must be it must be like 10 versions of Higher, like or like 10 mixes of Higher.
Okay.
So for the people who don't know, like I was I literally mixed and mastered and did the engineer process along with the recording process for this for the first time, by the way, for the
Wow.
entire project. So I had to learn how to do all
Wow.
these different things within a 2 week span because I recorded, mixed, mastered, engineered the whole project within 2 weeks, and I didn't know how to record like professionally or properly, and
Right.
I also didn't know how to work the software, but I learned within 2 weeks and got the project out. So for Hire, like we was trying to figure it out. Shouts out to my man TV, by the way. He's the singer on the song. Um, but we was trying to figure out like, okay, like this is the idea, and this is how we want to execute it. So I'll say this for TV too, whenever he does come on the podcast. But he that was the song where he was the most impressed as to how I was able to structure the song and
Mhm.
also execute the ideas that I had for that specific song. So it was parts where um I was like, oh, like okay, like we should double up on my vocals and your vocals on these like specific words, or you should say this part right here, or we should take this part out and put it here, and the whole nine. So he's 30 years into the music industry, signed to a major, the whole nine, and he was like, bro, like you no way you just fucking learned how to do this 2 weeks ago. Like, no way.
Man,
Like, I've been doing it for 30 years and you're teaching me things that I didn't know how to do. But I'm not knowing that I'm doing this though. Talk to me.
gotta raise my hand here.
Talk to me.
That's why you can't separate the artist from the person. That right there. That right there. That's natural.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to
No,
say it
no,
because you just confirmed it. Like somebody doing something 30 years and then
No, yeah, no, 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 not to say my man ain't nice. He nice, but he was just like, no, like I just never like people never put it to me that way. Like people that I might have worked with before, whatever. Like you made it easy to work with you, and this shit is hot, bro. Like there's no way you learn how to do this in 2 weeks. And if you did learn how to do this in 2 weeks, I'm taking you under my wing and we going all the way to the top. So I was like, all right, let's go.
got my bags. Let's go.
So yeah,
Where's my
so
toothbrush?
yeah, I tell anybody that'll listen, I'm not a rapper. Like I tell everyone that'll listen to me that I'm not a rapper. I just love music so much that I just happen to know how to do it. So I'm in the process of now learning how to like do it in a professional manner, being able to put like my knowledge of music and also the skills that I think I have and other people who listen to my music think I have too, and
Mhm.
put together cohesive projects that sound really, really good. So it's one of those things for me where it's like, okay, I've I've watched people do this, celebrities, people who got a name, people who just in the neighborhood that just rap or whatever. Like, hmm, I'm pretty sure I can do this. Like, I've seen what people listen to and like, and I'm very sure I have the ability to make something good that people like. So let's try it out and see what happens. And I put out "Summertime in the '90s," and it's gotten really really good reviews, along with the single Gina Views. Again, shouts out to Gina Views for sure. Um, but yeah, I'm in the process of may possibly kind of sort of working on another project. So
Okay.
hopefully it comes out before the new year. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm leaning into being a musician, and just learning how to really learn my craft, and make the best of the art that I'm trying to make. So
That's right. That's right.
so yeah, and I do want to say too, like within the art too, and I think I like this from other artists too, is storytelling. I feel like storytelling in music is like one of those lost arts that should not be lost at all, because it's the main ingredient to anything that you make. Now, of course, like you got songs that's just, for the vibe, for the fun or whatever, but for the ones that really stick to your bones and, make timeless classics and all that type of stuff, whenever you listen to it, you be like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And like it's some songs like where as you get older, they hit different. Like for example, Nas's Second Childhood. That particular song, like as time goes on, people like to reference this song. And this is one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time, by the way. Shouts out to Nas. I think Nas is the best
Mm,
rapper of all time. That's a We'll get to that
that's a
conversation.
whole nother
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
right
we'll
there,
get to that
Nas.
conversation though. But like a
Brilliant man,
song
by the
like
way.
that though, but like a song like that though, people go back and listen to it. But he's just telling you different stages of different people's lives where they're living their second childhood, and how that looks to each person that he's describing in each verse. So I'm not putting this in between or whatever. But Jim Jones was one of the rappers that was going at Nas, so a lot of people like fans was making reference to that song, saying that Jim Jones was living his second childhood. But you see how a song
Mm,
25 years made 25 years ago is applicable now. That's what I
right,
mean. Like
right.
when I say the storytelling element to a lot of songs or a lot of projects makes the difference between having a pretty good project versus having a Illmatic or the Infamous or whatever your other favorite albums of all time is. Like, so that's what I like to lean into. And when you listen to my music, you get a lot of story and a lot of detail, and the whole nine.
Man. Yes, yes. And I think, okay, so I'm gonna pivot here
Okay.
just a little bit, but it's still on the subject. One of the things that I absolutely love is storytelling.
Yes.
Like, uh, when I think of my old school storytelling, I'm bring up the best storyteller in the world, but it wasn't stories, parables, and that's Jesus. If you think about it, how did he teach? He taught in parables,
Hmm.
and when you look at it, those are the ones that hit the hardest
Yeah.
because it is a story, right? And so then, okay, let's go ahead 2,000 years, and you have people like Pop from the hip
Hmm.
hop.
Hmm.
Um, that's one of my greatest of all times,
Yeah.
and his stories and how he told. And I know a lot of people want to shake their head at um NWA, and but when you actually listen, that was why the whole hip hop movement got started, was
Hmm.
because we were telling our stories, we were telling what we were going through.
The message.
And yes, it's the message. And so that's still stories, and some of the best ones that, like, let's go. I'm just jumping all over the whole seasons here in different genres, but thinking about just like what's going on. If you listen to
Mhm.
that song, Marvin Gaye, uh, and listen to that song, that same stuff that Marvin Gaye was going through and was singing about is still happening to that day, you know it's still happening right now, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that's storytelling, and I mean, granted, that's hitting on a whole different side,
Right, right, right.
but you more on the love side, you remind me of, when I hear higher, I think of Maxwell. I'm thinking of,
That's up to
that's one of my
Maxwell.
other favorite,
That,
man. I
that,
went to his concert.
I tell people
Ooh,
Maxwell my uncle. That's what I tell people. Maxwell my uncle.
Maxwell, my uncle. Man, well, I
The
went to your
Maxwell
uncle's
concert?
concert.
What?
Ooh,
Talk to me about
man,
that. I never seen him
my
in
God.
concert, but I would love to.
Oh,
Tell me about the concert.
man, the concert was off the hook. I'm a Maxwell fan.
Hmm.
I remember my dad was playing it, and I was like, "What is this?" And it was something, something, a little
Hmm.
something, something. But he played that song, and I remember hearing. I was like, "Okay, it's kind of got a little feel to it." And
Hmm.
so, you know, like spring forward some years, and hubby and I got to go to the Maxwell concert this past year, and like
Oh, this is
it
recent.
was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. We
Okay.
was in Vegas. We was in Vegas, and he knows there's certain. I'm very particular who I actually want to go see
Hmm.
in concert, and so there was is one other person I still got to see, and I don't know where I could find her, but she's real old school, and that's Anita Baker.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Okay.
that I grew up on it. Anita Baker. I got to see Sade.
I,
That's
I,
another one.
you know what's crazy? That's what I thought you was about to say. And I was about to say, where is she and why is she not popping out so I can see her? Because, I need to see Sade in
I got to
concert
see
in
Sade.
real life.
Man,
I'm
she's
I'm
amazing
hating a
too.
little bit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell the people on record. I'm hating.
I'm used to haters. I'm used to haters. As we
how,
move on,
how is
nah.
that? How
Oh
is
my God,
that?
that was in Canada too. That was in
What?
Canada. I was
Did
living up
she
in
have her
Canada at
shoes
the
off? She
time.
had her shoes off, didn't she?
She did. She did. She did take her shoes off at one point on stage. And she looked exactly the same way that she looks on the cover.
That's
That one. She looks exactly the same. She still sounds absolutely amazing. I'm one of those people that, like I said, I choose who I really want to put into my filter, into my world. And she's definitely one because, like I said, I grew up on Sade and Anita Baker.
yeah.
As far as the females, that's who I
Mhm.
grew up on. And so even to this day, shout out to L Boogie and Squeak Squeak.
Boogie
Um,
and Sweet.
that's my girls. I sung them at night every night, and like if I go, okay, so that I was seeing Anita Baker,
Hmm.
and "Caught Up in the Rapture of Love" was my one of my titles for even during my wedding.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why I'm like, no, these are like gems of mine. But seeing Sade in concert, like I teared up. You know how you see? Go ahead,
When
young man, right there. Come
when
here.
when did you see her?
That would have to be 2000, hmm, probably 2012, 11 or 12 in Canada.
So I heard. I'm not confirming
Oh,
nor
oh,
denying this because I don't know for sure. You like I
okay.
hear every word right there.
Okay. Look, take the glasses down. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Um. Word on the street is she might be popping out. I don't know how true this is, but I heard Sade might be popping out one last time.
Oh,
So if she
you
is,
better, man.
I'm there. Wherever she is, I'm
I heard
there.
that. It's worth it. It's worth it. Man, she puts on a phenomenal show. And you know who opened up for her? You ain't believe it. John Legend.
What?
He was there.
Yo.
Man, he was there. And I mean,
Dang.
it was just a beautiful night. It was a beautiful night. Listening to her, like I said, just when she just came out in the, just when you hear that sound, she
Yeah.
has her own sound. And Jezebel, that song, oh my God, that's a
Yeah.
story. That's a story, going back to
Mhm.
what we talking about, that's a story. But
Mhm.
nah, Maxwell, hands down, he had over six generations at his concert, six
Shouts out
generations.
to Ump. Shouts out to Ump.
Man, shouts out to Maxwell. And he's very personable. Even there, he's very humble. Uh, he kept us rocking.
Hmm.
I remember, rolling when we were going driving to Vegas with the kids in the car, and the little one back there talking about pretty wings, pretty, and you're like, what you know about some pretty wings, you know? But 8 years old talking about some pretty wings. But yeah, yeah, six generations there at the
Hmm.
concert. That's an artist that hits magnitudes,
Okay,
magnitudes. So yes.
I got a question. So,
Okay.
so I'm, I wasn't privileged enough to
Mm.
be able to see either Prince or Michael Jackson in concert. For me, Prince is he's the creme de la creme. He's the greatest musician, best musician of all time to me.
Whoa. Whoa.
Michael Jackson is the greatest artist of all time, but just
Okay.
pure musician, Prince
Hmm.
is number one. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I wasn't blessed to see either one of them live in performance. Were you able to see either one of them perform live?
I was not. I was not. But I will tell you, my uncle used to live right down the street from Prince.
What?
Like literally in LA. He used to literally live down. And I remember he could tell you probably a story. Well, my uncle, I'm gonna be honest, let me bring this back. My uncle, shout out to my uncle Lester. He's
Okay.
out in Arizona.
What up, huh?
He used to play with Gladys Knight. And a few years
Oh,
back, yes, he did. He was one of the guitarists. I know,
I'm about to say we need. Oh, okay.
man.
Talk about
Yes.
Uncle Lester. What's up with Uncle Lester? Like,
Oh,
what does he do?
Uncle Lester now is retired. He's
But
enjoying his
he's
life
a
with his
musician
wife.
though.
He is, and man, he still can play that guitar. Oh my God. If you get a chance, like he's Carrie Harris. You can probably I have to find the song and send it to you.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, he's just my old roots. That's the upper generation, my mom and dad from West Virginia.
Oh wow.
And yeah, they real old school West. But any event, West Virginia, shout out to West Virginia. And
Hmm.
uh my dad, Mr. That's the big JP Harris.
All
That's
right.
the
Okay,
OG
Big
right there. I'm
JP.
named after my dad. I'm
Okay.
named after my father. So it's yeah. So any event, his brother is Lester Harris, and he used to play with Gladys Knight and the Pips, and he was one of the guitarists. And
That's
he's got stories of how, out of all of these, she coming to town, she's looking for a guitar, kind of like how you see, when you saw the movies, how they show you how it used to be back in the day. They come into the little
mhm.
old town on the bus and all of that, and and he was one of the ones picked, and
Wow.
like he traveled all over the world with her for many years. And you know and now, my daughter who likes the guitar, she's still kind of playing with it in a way, but
Mm.
I got video of them too, him sitting down with that bass guitar, hitting it up, and she's sitting there, that's not how you play it. I'm like, how you gonna tell a genius how you but that's not how you play
And
it.
kids
And
don't
she
care.
meant it. Yeah,
Kids
they
do
really
not
don't.
care.
They do not. And she is straight up with you. And she wasn't trying to be mean, she was being a sweetheart about it. He even had to laugh and chuckle. And so, I got video of them two playing together, and he signed her guitar for her.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so because I'm like, he's passing that on, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, shout out to my Uncle Lester. Love you.
Shouts out
Shout
to
out to my
Uncle Lester.
dad.
Shouts
Yes.
out to the pops too.
Yeah. But yes, but music is in my blood. Michael, I used to call him Michael Jackson, but because I couldn't pronounce it right, so it was Michael Jackson. And like I literally that was I got shirts from they got pictures of me when I'm like 5 and I got the pink shirt with the outline of black Michael, the black outline of Michael on my shirt, and I'm sitting by the jukebox about this big
Yeah.
behind me, and I'm just sitting there because I've always loved music. And then I got pictures of my littlest one, L Boogie. That's why
Mm.
she could dance before she could walk.
Oh wow.
Like literally, yes. So I literally was on stage pregnant dancing with her.
Oh, well, then that
So,
makes sense then.
right? So, yeah, yeah. So music is just, yeah, if you get out there, you get to hear Maxwell, um, Sade, if she does make that appearance, you better
I,
get on them
I
tickets.
I hope she does. I really
Man.
hope she does.
And I'm gonna find Anita Baker. Miss Anita Baker, I am gonna
I'm a,
find
I'm
you.
a
You
fond
don't
of it.
understand. Man, she don't know how many times I didn't had to hum that song for my babies to go on and go to sleep. Like, yeah.
Oh my
My
gosh.
Angel. That's my
I'm
song.
a
You are
fond of
my
Native
angel.
Baby.
Man, she's a hard one to find, but yeah, she's slick. Excuse me.
No, you good. So do you have like a all time favorite artist?
Excuse me. Michael Jackson,
Mike?
Maxwell,
Okay.
Erica Badu, New
But
Age Erica Badu.
yeah, but Badu's
That's
on tour now.
she. What
Yeah.
is she?
Yeah.
Where's she
She
at? I'm gonna have to pull that up.
d- did it might have happened already, but she had a couple shows in New York. Uh I think they happened already though, so you probably won't miss her. But
Wah,
if you
wah,
but if
wah.
you if you make it back to the West Coast soon, you might be able to catch
Might
her.
catch her.
You might. Yeah.
Man, that's another.
Yeah,
That's a deep sister
she's
right
actually
there.
doing a Mama's Gun tour.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's another artist. I used to, yeah, all of these artists, man, from old school to new school, like everybody just hits different. Okay, so wait, I gotta bring up a song that was in my head. We was talking about stories,
Okay.
and it's the one, um, Rick.
Slick
Chef
Rick?
Ricky. Yeah, can you sing me a song,
Children's
please? Huh?
story.
Please?
Yeah,
Oh
children's
my
story.
gosh. That right there. I remember just kind of sitting there just listening to that, like, yeah.
One of the
Because
greatest
that
storytellers of all time.
man, Slick Rick, I love I like Big Daddy Kane though too. That's all part of that same
It is.
shoot. And don't let me shout out to LL Cool
Ah!
J. Man, mama said knock you out. Let's not go old school.
Okay, all right, okay. So the reason I'm laughing is because this circles back to what I was talking about earlier with the Will Smith thing. So
Oh,
I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna tell you mine's first,
I'm
but I'm
gonna ask
gonna
you, but
ask
I'm gonna
you
tell you.
yours. So
Okay.
I tend to ask people whenever we have hip hop conversations on the HolloTalk podcast, what is your all time hip hop hot take? And
Mm,
mine's is a double. So my first hip hop hot take of all time is, and I always have to preface what I'm saying. So when I say this, I'm only talking lyrically, just lyrically speaking,
just
not
lyrically.
not
Okay.
not not as an artist, not as a, like impact or any of that, because if that's considered, then what I'm saying is completely wrong. But just lyrically speaking, in the 80s, in the 80s,
Okay.
LL Cool J is closer to being out of the top 10 than he is top 5 to me,
Okay.
lyrically speaking.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
in the 80s though, in the 80s. So
Uh-huh.
so my list goes, so what I mean by this is LL is closer to like 7, 8, 9, 10 than he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me.
I feel you.
Just lyrically
Uh-huh.
speaking, lyrically in the 80s. That might sound crazy to some, but whatever. Now,
No,
like I
I
said,
get you.
as an artist, as impactful and the whole nine, that sounds crazy. But just lyrically speaking, he closer to being out of the top 10 than he is being top 5 for me in the 80s. So my top 5 lyrically in the 80s is Rakim,
Oh,
KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, and Slick Rick. Those are my 5 in the 80s. And then there's a couple
ah,
other names there, but you know,
80s. Man, Slick Rick is definitely on
you can
mine.
tell me if I'm bugging. You can tell me if I'm bugging.
Nah, Slick Rick is definitely like has always been on mine. Um,
Yeah,
Dang.
and then I got and then like so to further prove my point, then I got Ice Cube. Like I don't think LL was lyrically better than Ice Cube in the 80s. Um,
No, no, I don't think so.
I personally like Chuck D more than LL lyrically in the 80s.
Okay.
That's just I mean that could be argued, but just like I said, that's just me. Um, I'll stop there for now because
Okay. No. I feel you. I feel you. It's like, oh, that old school rap just had a flavor of its own back in the day. And you talking 80s, shoot, I was, oh, that's how old I was. So, uh, yeesh,
that's my all
man.
time hip hop hot take because I know how crazy that sounds on the surface until you actually start like examining it.
Mm, I had to just come out saying, to the hip, the hippity hip hop, hip. Rock it till you don't stop. Rocking the bang bang boogie to the yeah. See, I'm more of that because I like to do the pop locking and stuff. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, that was and that right there was a golden time for storytelling. Was it went over to friend's house to eat and the food just
Mm,
ain't no good. Yeah, that. Because I mean that was common back then. You out late, you go to friend's house, you eat, and sometimes that mama couldn't cook. It wasn't McDonald's. See, now it's McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, it's the easy stuff. Back
mm.
then, I'm old school, so I cook like 90, even though my husband laughs at me because I have my spices. I have my spices with me on the road. Because we doing this trip across America. And yeah, your girl bought her spices. And like it's certain
As you
things that I'm like,
should.
man, I can't not. And then when we're at a place for like a week long on a resort and I got a full kitchen, oh, I'm going grocery shopping because I don't eat
For
out if I don't
sure.
have to.
I,
So,
I don't blame you at all. At all.
um, yeah, I'm trying to think. Now you got me really thinking. Oh, but see, I don't know. Would you consider Bobby Brown hip hop?
He has hip hop elements, but he not a rapper though.
Yeah, he not a rapper. That's why I'm like, nah. But okay, so don't tell nobody. But
Speaking of which, Bobby Brown, that's my
look,
main
look,
man.
look, 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 look,
I
wait, wait,
like
wait. Don't tell nobody, but I kissed Bobby Brown.
you
And
did
I know
what?
you probably looking at, yeah, I kissed
You
Bobby
did what?
Brown. I did. I kissed him.
You did
I
what?
did. Uh-huh. Okay, so let me tell you this. See, what had
Yeah.
happened was,
Because you're just saying things without explaining. Like I'm not your husband, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
oh my God. So, quick story here.
You're gonna get
Sidebar.
Bobby Brown
So,
jumped out here. I just said that was my man.
man.
I'm taking it back a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm taking it back a little bit.
No, it was you would probably this is probably gonna make you be like, yeah, he a homie. But okay, so my mom, she rest in peace, mom.
Rest in peace.
Um, yes, my rest in peace, Nadine Harris. But my mom was a banker, and when I say banker, when she retired, she was VP of Union Bank.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. Mom was up there. She's a brilliant woman, very brilliant woman. And so with that, she had to travel at
Mm-hmm.
times. And back in that day, you wouldn't travel like that, but it was the 80s and they
Mm-hmm.
was flying her to where? New York. And
Mm-hmm.
so mom was like, I'm gonna take Jay with me. That's me, JP.
Yes, you.
But yeah, I'm the youngest. I got a twin brother and sister. Shout out to
Oh,
Dr. JP Harris, John Harris. Um, so that's the other JP.
mhm.
It's three originals. But in
Shouts
any
out to
event,
everybody.
but I'm the only female though. Me and my daughter are the only
Mm,
females, JPs. But we were on the airplane. Mom course, got first class.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we rolling first class? We
For sure.
rolling first class up in the sky. No, but
Uh-huh.
so I'm sitting there and I'm what, 7, 8 years old at this time.
Mhm.
I'm sitting there already in the seat. Like, oh, So I look out the window because you know how you can see the window, you can see people coming in, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, did I, is that Bobby Brown?
That Bobby Brown.
It was Bobby Brown. I was like, mom. Like I said, I'm only like 8. So I'm like, mommy, and I'm going crazy. Like, mommy is Bobby Brown. I love Bobby Brown.
Yeah, yeah,
So he gets on the plane and I just look up and I was like, you Bobby Brown. He didn't know that, but I had to tell him, you Bobby Brown. So my mom was like, she's a little excited because now granted, I had to reach over mom to do this because mom had me
yeah,
next to the window. I
yeah,
reached
yeah, yeah.
over and was like, you Bobby Brown. So he was like, yeah, yeah, I am. So we sit up there and hopefully I'm still there. I got too excited. Am I back? There I
Oh no,
am.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You good, you
So
good.
I reached over and got and so when he was passing, he was really sweet. He was like, I'm gonna send for you later. And he said, if it's okay with your mom, you can come sit back here with me.
Mhm.
Because he had a certain, I think we were behind him. He had a certain area. This is Bobby Brown.
Right, right. Yeah,
So
yeah,
sure enough, I'm like geek now. Plane takes off, everybody's chilling, smooth. The curtains have been closed.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we sit up there, and sure enough, one of his men come back, and it's like,
Mhm.
if it's okay with you, she can come up here and sit next to him. Do you know they let me come up there and sit next to Bobby Brown? It was still within my mom's eyesight,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
right, 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 right,
but
right.
God, and things wasn't like it was today. So I got to sit next to him and I got to ask him some questions. And
Mhm.
man, he was just the nicest person and just very down to earth. He asked me like my favorite color. I can't remember everything. It's been
Right,
some
right, right.
years now. So he gives I'm like, can I give you a hug? And he does, and he says yes. And so I gave him a hug because they were about to usher me on back to my seat. I
Mhm.
gave him a hug and he, you know, and I just
Mhm.
was like, oh, I'm never washing my
Wow, this is
face.
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown kissed me. So yeah, I know I said I kissed Bobby Brown, excuse me, Bobby Brown kissed me. So my husband better be happy. This nah.
He kissed you on the
But
cheek. Bobby Brown
yeah, he
kissed you on the
did.
cheek.
He did, and he, even when he got off the plane, because he was the first one off,
Yeah.
like he turned back and he was like, "Bye." I was like, "Bye,
Mhm.
Mr. Bobby Brown," and yeah. So just had to tell that story. He's an amazing. He still is. I think he's still amazing for it. I don't care what media says because they can paint their own picture of what they want
Yeah.
you to think. But I know the Bobby Brown I met, and he was
Right.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he was really sweet, and he was caring. He was down to earth.
All right, all right,
So,
all
and
right.
he kissed me, and then he kissed me.
I take my Bobby Brown hate back a little bit. That's you my
There it
man,
is.
Bobby Brown. You my man.
There it is. There it is. That's
No,
my
yeah,
man.
Bobby's one of my favorites of all time. Of all
Man,
like that don't be cruel era. Like that was
wow, that's
like
going
it's
back.
it's not far fetched to say that at one point in time Bobby Brown was bigger than Michael Jackson. Like it's not far fetched to say that.
No, no, it's not.
It's
Because
not far
at
fetched
one
to say that.
time, yeah,
Like from
yeah,
'88 to '90, like it might have not been nobody bigger than Bobby Brown. Like
true,
yeah,
true. I keep seeing him on the white boxes doing that dance because I got
yeah.
the white background, so I keep,
Oh yeah,
that dance
every
he
little
did.
step,
You
every
remember
little
that?
step you talking
Every
about.
little
Yeah,
step you take. Oh,
yeah.
that's just good old school. And granted, yeah, I know he's not hip hop, he's not rap, but I can't
No,
do this interview and not
like I
say
said, he got
something.
some elements. Like I said, he got some elements for sure. And to be honest with you, anytime we talk about music, it's always a good time to shout out Bobby Brown. So
Right? Right? Man. But yes, yes, yes. So I have to ask, I know you didn't want to go too much in detail, but when you're in your element of music,
hmm
I'm just curious, and y'all might be curious, but is there another artist that comes to mind when you're making your music? or that you're trying to say, oh, I'm trying to sound like this, or do you just
Um,
I'm just
hmm.
100% me?
So, oh well, I mean, of course, like it would be far fetched for me to say like I'm not influenced by anybody that I listen to or anything like that. Like I made a song called "Fly Guy for President" because West Side Gun is one of my biggest musical influences of all time. It's my favorite rapper in
Right,
the
right.
world currently. So I I can't I can't say that's not true. But when I do write, like I do have a tendency to just think about all of the people who tell great stories. Like I said, storytelling is imperative to anything that I write. Like it's it's one of those things where people be like, yeah, like he raps good, but he ain't saying nothing. Like he just putting words together that sound cool, but what is he really saying?
They
Like
say it.
like nothing at all. They're just words. Like
You're right.
so
You're right.
I never wanted to like be that or whatever in a
Mm-hmm.
sense. Because like I was
Mm-hmm.
saying to you before, music is a universal language, but the idea of that is more so the storytelling element. But even outside of music, storytelling, like movies or TV shows or even or literal books, like that, like storytelling, I should say, is the universal language because you could watch a movie that ain't even in English or vice versa, and you could be like, hmm, this is a really good story, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The movie Parasite that wasn't in English and everybody loved that movie. That caught on like wildfire, and everybody was like, "Oh, great story, great movie, I like it." You know,
Oh, that's a good movie. You seen Parasite?
yeah, yeah, I did,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a
So
great movie.
like I said, that's is the storytelling part is the universal language. Whether you can speak whatever language the story's in or not, you can understand a good story when you hear it or see it or whatever the medium is. And like knowing that I do this, I'm able to bring a bunch of different people on, and we talk about a bunch of different stories. People got different experiences in their life, but you don't know what people are taking from each conversation that you have. And I'm very, very cognizant of that. Like knowing that, like I listen to podcasts and I, take in media the way that I do. I'm like, okay, this idea of storytelling is far more important than you think about it in the time. Like I was talking about, as time goes on, different stories hit you differently. Like how
True.
many times have you talked to your parents or like or somebody older, and they be like, you're gonna understand when you're older. Like I could tell you, I could tell you this story right now, but you might not understand this story until such and such happens to you, or you go through this particular
Mm-hmm.
situation. They'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
that story that mom was telling me when I was about 7 or 8 or 13, 14. It make a lot of sense now.
It make a lot of sense, man.
And the same
Man.
thing goes with music and TV and movies and, like I said, books. So like I said, being an artist, I'm like, okay, I have to take into account all of this stuff because I don't want to just be saying words. I don't want to just be putting together words. I'm like, oh, he can put together words nice, but he ain't saying shit. I want to be saying
Right.
something while also putting words together nice because as time goes on, the things that people look at is, oh, he was saying some shit like we was talking about earlier. Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac. Like people like to say Pac isn't the most lyrical rapper, even though I think that's a crock of shit. But because Pac is lyrical, but everybody knows when you listen to Tupac, you listen to it for the storytelling, you listen to it for the feeling that you get,
Right.
and I wanted to put that into my art too,
Okay.
not just
Okay.
like because you could say the coldest shit ever, but if you ain't saying nothing, it don't really matter. It don't hit. Or like I said, somebody like Tupac, who they say isn't lyrical, he's saying passionate things and things that you can feel, so that hits way harder than your lyrical miracle shit.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Man.
that's what I think about when I'm in my process and I'm writing things like that. Like Higher, for instance. I just wanted to tell a fly story about meeting a fine young lady, and how that one initial meeting turned into a lifetime of happiness.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And you told it well. You told it well. You told it well. I think even when I think what you just said was absolutely 100% correct. Telling the story within the rap, um, that's those are the ones you remember. Those are the
Yeah,
ones that hit home. Those are the ones that, even when you get 20 years from after hearing that song, 30, you still remember almost every word because it was a story, right? So, yeah, yeah. Also, I got a question.
talk to me.
This is the question of so where's the name come from?
What
Jetpack?
summertime? And oh, Jetpack Nick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this comes from my man Jetpack Jones. Shouts out to Jetpack Jones. He's
Okay.
he's a he's a California rapper. Uh,
Right.
so I just happened to come across his music and I was like, oh, this shit is fly. Like this is really really fly. Like I had my era of like, oh, like Jetpack is the best rap. and and the whole idea behind Jetpack, like he explained it. He was like, like you just in control of your own destiny. When you got a jetpack on, it's just you. Can't nobody else hop on your jetpack with you. So you take that
Yeah.
jetpack and you go to whatever your destinations are. You know, so I like that, and I was like, all right, yeah, Jetpack Nick.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. And I actually had Jetpack on the HolloTalk podcast. I need him to come back on. Jetpack, if you're listening or if you hear this, bro, I need you to come back on the HolloTalk podcast because some time has passed. I released my music, and we got to talk about it on the HolloTalk podcast. So that's where the name came from. My guy Jetpack Jones,
Nice. Okay. I was
California's
wondering. I
own
was like,
Jetpack Jones.
that's right. See, look at that. East Coast, West Coast. We feeling it
Yeah,
all. We feeling it all.
yeah.
Yee, but yes, time is getting so with that said, is there a song that told a story that made you start changing your mindset?
Yes. Yes. The one that immediately comes to mind is "Hey Young World" by Slick Rick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, reason being is because it's like he's almost just he's just giving you advice the whole song. you know, yeah, don't be a dumb dummy and disrespect your mommy.
Sound like he's man, he sound like he's talking in Proverbs right
No,
there.
yeah, so I was listening to that and I'm like, hmm, okay, you're just giving me life advice in a
Right,
fly
right.
way in this funny twangy New York City England accent.
I'm gonna have to pull this song up. I don't think I've heard this one. I'm gonna have to hear this one.
Yeah, I'm almost certain you've heard of Hey Young World, but
I'm pretty sure, but
but yeah,
it's been a minute.
yeah, but that's the
Yeah.
song that immediately comes to mind for me. Uh, Also, like I said, Second Childhood is another one.
Mm.
Like I said, I mentioned
Hmm.
that, because, and the reason being is because the last thing you want to do is be the embodiment of second childhood.
Right,
That's the
right.
last thing you want to be, which basically means you didn't progress in life at all. Like you're 30, 40, but you still have the mentality and the thought process of a 16, 17, 18-year old. And that's
Yeah,
not good
no,
for anyone.
no,
You know,
no.
you can stay youthful, but don't stay, like don't be a kid as an adult. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right, right,
yeah,
right.
but you can definitely stay youthful, stay fun, all that stuff or whatever. I'm not telling you to get old in your spirit. Keep your spirit
Right,
young, but don't be still don't still be on the corner at 45. Like, you know.
right. Trying to hang. Still
Yeah,
trying to hang.
with the
Yee.
18-year-olds. Like, don't what are you doing?
It's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yee.
so listening to that song, it was like, yeah, okay, all right, get your shit together.
Ah, wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to definitely pull that back up. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute since I heard that.
Nah,
Yee
yeah,
is one other one. It's a song that's like, and I play it all the time.
but
If
who's it by?
I'll say the lyric, it was like, if I got in the White House, I played the White House Black. Ain't no future in no frontin'. That right there. That song, that might be 90s. That might be like early 90s. That song right there, I still blast that.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Uh,
talking about? Ain't no future in no frontin'.
whose song is it?
Oh Lord, I would have to pull it up on my phone.
Hold
Ain't
on.
no future in no frontin'.
You said no future, no. I'm sure I got it.
Yes,
Let me see.
I
No.
do, and I cannot think of his name. Ain't no future in your frontin'. DJ, no, it ain't. No, it ain't quick.
What's it called? No future and no friend.
Yeah, no future in your frontin'. No future in your frontin'.
No future in your front.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure I know.
that song right there, that beat and that.
All right, okay, all right. My man Bree, rest in peace, man.
Yes, Bree. I could
MC
not think of the
Bree, rest in
name.
peace, man.
Man, that is like summer. That brings in summer for me too. That song, but I play that all the time. My kids know that song. I mean, yeah, I'm rolling on that.
Yeah,
That's why I'm like old school MC
MC,
Breed.
yeah.
Um,
I
yeah,
think Bree from Michigan. I think he's from
yes,
Michigan. Yeah.
yes, he's from Detroit. Yeah, yeah, he's from Detroit, but
Mhm.
yes, that is one of my artists.
Uh,
Just that turn up the volume on my bass in the
mhm.
trunk. Yeah, thugging out. Yee, speaking of that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and
No, yeah, no. Okay, all right, okay.
um
I'm gonna get you out of here because I know. So, first, can I just say thank you so much for coming on the Hollow Talk podcast. I really, really appreciate it, and I have enjoyed this
hey,
more than you could probably even imagine. Like this has been an amazing time, and you always have an invite to come back and sit here and talk to me about whatever comes to mind.
it's so much more. And I just want to say thank you for having me. This has been
Absolutely.
amazing, so fun. Taking off my mommy hat and taking
Yeah.
off my wifey hat and just stepping out and being OG, the original woman that I am and just
Hmm.
coming out. Thank you for having me, for trusting me with your art,
Of course.
because
Of course.
you hear and you see, you know, the sound and the art in the person, and then you meet them and they're as down to earth and it's cool, and somebody that's really just, you know, I can chat with you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
can
yeah.
I can definitely chat with you. I enjoy meeting
Yeah,
you
we
and your
locked in.
lady.
You already know. We locked
Right,
in for sure.
right. We just had just the bomb time, and I'm glad that we got to, sit up here and just still chop it up a little bit. I mean, you might have nicked like a smidget of my life. It's so many more stories y'all don't even know,
Oh, yeah, we gonna bring
that
you
I've
back.
done. But yes, yes, I'm just Jetpack. It's You're doing some things. You're doing
I,
some things, and
I
I
appreciate
just want to say, continue to soar, not fly, soar,
it. Mm-hmm.
and keep going. If he takes you under the wing and y'all decide to start dropping them, hey, I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna talk about it. Yes, it's definitely. I'm probably gonna bump some higher
Oh yeah,
tonight
you
with a
already
little
know.
bit of summertime mix. And I might even, once the kids go to sleep when I'm driving on the freeway, I'm gonna try to go on and put that fly guide on. Don't
Yeah, you
tell
gotta put
nobody
that
though.
fly guy on. You run
Yeah.
that Gina views up.
Man, that
All
Gina
that.
Views though. Shout out to Gina Views
Shout out to
again.
Gina views.
But yes, yes. I like the end. The end just makes me laugh, chuckle a little bit every time I hear it. But yeah, that beat, I gotta share that one with my husband. He
No,
hasn't heard
yeah,
that one
yeah, for
yet.
sure. Yeah, let
Yeah, that
everybody
one.
know about it. Tell
For
everybody
sure.
about Jetpack
To
Nick.
everybody.
Okay,
Yeah, well, thank
so
you.
no, for sure, for sure. But before I get you out of here,
Mm,
please, 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 I would love for you to share some knowledge and wisdom with the people listening to this and that will listen to this. Can you please provide the people with three gems to take away from this conversation, or just three gems in general?
mm. That's a good question. And I've been pondering on those three. One, get out that small fish pond, go into the ocean, go travel, get out there and try new things. Don't keep yourself in a box. Two, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You, and I'm talking to whoever's listening, including
Mhm.
you, Nick, like if you don't believe in you, who else is gonna believe in you?
That's a
You
fact.
gotta believe in yourself first. So believe in you. And because I'm believing you, everybody else gonna fall into suit if you believe in yourself first. And then three, remember that, and this is from my heart. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's Philippians 4:13. And if you apply number three to number one and two, the world is your oyster. Just do it. Just do it. Stop sitting. Do it.
Hey, I couldn't
Shout out to Michael Jordan. Just do it. Nah.
just do it. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Man, man.
But yeah, shouts out to Michael Jordan. As Spike Lee says, he was born in Brooklyn.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Man, yes, he was.
Okay.
Man.
So last thing. Is there anyone that you would love to see on the Hollow Talk podcast that you could help me get on an episode of
Ooh,
the Hollow Talk podcast?
that I could help you get.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, I
Man,
got
I should have been timing
I
that. I
gotta hit
should.
you with it. Do, 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 do,
Man,
do,
dude, for
do.
real, for real. I'm like,
Yeah, if you can't think of
oh,
nobody right now, that's cool.
mm,
But yeah, I'm just asking since we here.
I can help you get that I got ties to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. If you ever want to hear from the old school artists like my uncle, I can probably help you
Oh
get
yeah,
that. Because
absolutely.
I'm sure I'll get to Arizona. Right now, we didn't hit what, Utah, Kansas. I didn't been up to Canada, tapped up Drake, had a beaver tail. You probably don't even know about that. Had beaver tails, got my kids some beaver tails. If you don't know
Oh,
what that is, I ain't telling you. You
when
gotta
when
go
I
try
yeah,
it.
when I go up there, I'll try it out. I'll
Yeah,
call you.
yeah. But I can tell you it's not an animal. That I will tell you, it is not an animal. Um, yeah, if you want to hear from an old school artist, once I get to the AZ, shout out to Arizona. Well,
For
if I get
sure.
out, once I get out there, I can definitely, because he's not on the electronic thing, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, I sit right there
Oh
with
yeah,
them, and
we gonna get him right. We gonna get him right.
yeah, I'm sure he'll know the answer. He's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal, like, storyteller, and just I'm sure I can get that guitar and be like, "Come on, Aunt, show him what the real old school music sound like." So yes, that okay. So then I would say, uh, musician Lester Harris,
All right, all
Carrie
right.
Lester Harris. If you could get him on your, because I think it'd be good to hear from the old school.
Yeah, absolutely,
It's always because
absolutely.
they all paved the way for what we listen to today.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just look forward. You gotta look back and see where we came from and
Hell
where
yeah,
it's been taken off. So there
hell
you
yeah.
go. There you go.
All right. Okay. Definitely stick around real quick as I end this or whatever. But JP, thank you so much for coming on the How Talk podcast. You already know it's always all love from me to you. And I'm
Thank you.
very
Thank you.
thankful for you blessing.
Ah,
I'm very thankful for you blessing my
yes.
platform with your energy, your smile, your stories, the whole nine. And like I said, you are always welcome back. So before we go, is there anything you want to ask me, like before we roll, or any questions? Because I know you said you had questions and stuff.
Mm.
I want to give you a chance.
Oh man, if I ask you a question, it's gonna go down
Oh,
real
all right.
well.
Okay. All right.
Alice,
Say less.
Alice wouldn't even know how to get out.
All right. Say less.
Man,
All right. So with that being said, this has been another episode of the How Talk Podcast with your man Jetpack Nik and Miss JP Harris. Thank you again, and thank you to all the How Talk Podcast listeners and supporters for supporting us through and through. Peace and love, y'all.
peace.